Greetings, this is the L-iteral One, and it's time to focus on the week of April 30th, 2016. Just like with the previous episode, I'll be giving out awards for the 5 best songs and also mention the 5 worst songs. Without further ado...
Yeah, Jumpman, them boys up to something. They just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out the country. Them boys up to something, they just not just bluffing.
Where's the Mario punchline? That's all I can be really interested in this snoozer of a song. Next!
Can't keep my hands to myself. Hands to myself.
No. I don't find Selena's whispery vocals to be flattering in the slightest, and I certainly don't find her groping desires to be flattering either. And the line, I mean I could, but why would I want to? Miss Gomez, do you even think about what your words mean? This is getting pretty creepy now, and this song just blows. Next!
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing to make. I'm only one call away.
It's cute. That's all I can really say about this. Musically, it's okay, and lyrically, it's nothing special. Charlie Puth himself isn't too interesting, so I'm moving on now.
For us two, with you in the middle.
I did not like Lean On at all last year. I thought the production was nerve-grating, and Mio's voice wasn't a pleasant one to hear from me. So I was very surprised at how many critics put this song on their top 10 best hit songs of 2015. Middle, on the other hand, is a song that I actually do like. Lyrically, it's about a failed relationship with the guy wanting to rewind the events that led to the breakup and wanting to make things better for him and his ex-girlfriend. Musically, it tones down the grittiness and manages to sound good this time around. So yeah, I like this song, and it's a real step up from Lean On for DJ Snake.
Cause I'm always rapping for that low life, rapping for that low life. Low life, low life, low life. No, I'm rapping for that low life.
How is it that Future can put more energy in his verses than The Weeknd? That said, this song is not my preference at all. I'm not a fan of songs that have a distorted voice doing the refrain and lyrics that describe hedonistic and destructive behavior. It's not as bad as some of the other songs this week, but I don't think this will ever grow on me.
We tried that we could be somewhere the climate is warm long as you around me. I swear that everything will be just fine.
For someone like Jeremih, this is easily the best thing he's ever done. This song manages to be cute in talking about how he simply wants to be with a girl he likes. And honestly, the musical aspects manage to be really good in making this song relatively innocent.
Dropped out of school, now we done rich. This sound like some 4301 shit. All my niggas wanna do is pop style. Turn my birthday into a lifestyle.
Drake in the Throne, would you quit being so paranoid? Nobody feels the need to go after either of you, and your paranoia is seriously unconvincing with both of your mindless droning. The dark production isn't interesting either. I'm skipping this bullshit.
I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got 2 phones, one for the bitches and one for the dough. Think I need 2 more. Line popping, I'm ring, ring, ringing. Count money while it ring, ring, ringing. Trap jumping, I'm ring, ring, ringing.
Really, Kevin Gates? Really? You present yourself with good rapping skills and then you throw in the third verse where you compare the audience's girlfriend to a Barbie doll and saying that if she smells fishy, he'll drown her. Why? Like I said, Kevin Gates does have good flow, but the third verse cannot be ignored in the slightest. At the end of the day, it's mediocre at best, but cringe-worthy at worst. Wow, the Chainsmokers really do have some weird drops, don't they? I guess I'll give Daya some credit for sticking with a Mio impression rather than the fingernails on a chalkboard autotune that was Hideaway. This entire song is only interesting thanks to the production and nothing else manages to be compelling, so yeah, I'll probably forget about this. Still better than Hideaway though, that song was just outright atrocious. Is it too late now to be snoring? Because this song is just really boring. Is it too late now to be snoring? Yeah, I don't have much else to say for this. Is it too late to be snoring now?
I will never forget you. You will always be by my side. From the day that I met you, I knew that I would love you till the day I die. And I will never want much more. And in my heart, I will always be sure.
Here's something that's way more interesting than our previous song. In a song where a failed relationship leaves the two ex-lovers still wanting to repair their former relationship with each other, Zara, Larsson, and MNEK truly have the chemistry to pull the song off convincingly. The drop in this song is well done as well, and production-wise, it's also well done in keeping the melody together throughout the song. Definitely recommended for sure.
Something about you makes me feel like a dangerous woman. Something about you makes me wanna do things that I shouldn't.
With all the epic sounding production combined with Ariana Grande's more raw delivery, this is a really likable song. It may seem like an oxymoron of sorts to think of her as a dangerous woman, but this song is quite capable of pulling off that sort of image. Definitely a song I would recommend.
That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
This song is mostly undernourished. The production sounds pretty choppy throughout this song. There isn't much content besides wanting to dance with a girl before she leaves, and who the heck thought making WizKid's voice so quiet it can barely be heard during his verses? And Kyla is probably the best person on this track except for the part where she repeats where, only for the vocals to be cut off each time she says that word. Drake is a little better than on some of his other songs like Jumpman and Pop Style, but that's not saying much.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while.
I really don't have much to say about this song. It is normal in every shape and form. It's generic, but not outright awful. Flowrider has little personality, but he sounds decent. The production is catchy, but that's about it. The lyrics are about staying home and having a house party, and there's nothing more beyond that. I can tolerate this, but I would choose plenty of other songs I like over this.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
I pretty much could say the same thing I did last season about this song. The production is relaxing and the lyrics bring up the time when they were children having fun, but now they're adults who have to work to live. The delivery does stumble over itself at times, but it's still great nonetheless.
I don't need anything to get me through the night except the beat that's in my heart. Yeah, it's keeping me alive. I don't need anything to make me satisfied. 'Cause the music does me good and it gets me every time.
This song continues to be absolutely amazing all around. Bieber has got all the power to keep the chorus going, and G-Eazy's Drake impression does help the song as he talks about his life working at the club and how his life changed after working at the club. Definitely hope this song sticks around, because this song is really awesome.
Talk to me, baby. I'm going up on this since we played the road. Let's lose our minds and go fucking crazy.
I would have liked this song, but damn, these lyrics. Please, DNCE, if you're going to make a funk song about sex, at the very least, tone down the raunchiness. The production is really catchy, but it honestly makes lines like, "You're fucking delicious," all the more inexcusable.
Now, 'cause if you like the way you look that much, oh baby, you should go and love yourself.
Look, every time I have to listen to this song on the radio, it's gotten more and more annoying. However, it's nothing that would make my top 10 worst hit songs of 2016, so I guess it's still pretty mediocre all around. I wonder if there is a version of this song that, instead of it being called Love Yourself, it becomes brutally honest and is instead called Fuck Yourself. That would actually be a more interesting song to say the very least.
You don't gotta go to work, 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 but you gotta put in work, 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 work. You don't gotta go to work, 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 work. Let my body do the work.
There are just so many things wrong with this abomination. This is a ripoff of work by Rihanna featuring Drake, which, while it wasn't all that great, the subject matter is far less cringeworthy. But wait, there's more. Camilla's autotune has to be the most unnatural autotune I've ever heard in my life. Step aside, Rebecca Black, you've got someone to dethrone you. But wait, there's more. The beat is merely a bunch of ponderous staccato notes that seemingly endlessly looped throughout the song. But wait, there's more! 4 of the 5 songwriters are male. Why is that significant, you may ask? It's because this is a song about sending nudes to a guy to get him fired, and when the guy gets home, he's the boss. So if people think Worth It was feminist for whatever reason I can't fathom, what the heck is this supposed to represent? And as for Ty Dolla $ign, look, who gives a fuck about him because this song is already absolutely abysmal. Seriously, screw this song.
I know a sad soul, darling. Oh, I know a sad soul.
I don't recall any song that was about a singer's fall from the music industry, and this is fitting for Mike Posner since he hasn't had a hit song for several years. The production sounds a lot like Lean On and Sorry mashed together, but at least manages to be more laid back and far less grating than Lean On, without being too boring like with Sorry. And the lyrical context is indeed unique as it brings forth his story about his initial success followed by his failure to keep up with the other artists. So yeah, I really do enjoy this song.
So we'll piss off the neighbors in the place that feels the tears, the place you lose your fears, yeah, reckless behavior, a place that is so pure, so dirty and raw.
This is pretty good, I guess. The production is overblown and not very sexy, but it does manage to create a celebratory mood, particularly during the chorus, and Zayn does have some charisma in this song. The lyrics are a little melodramatic for my taste, but overall, this is a good song.
My name is no, my sign is no, my number is no. You need to let it go, you need to let it go, need to let it go. Down to the I to the no, no, no. My name is no, my sign is no, my number is no.
Why is she back yet again? You know what? No, I've had enough of Megan's bullshit, so can I please move on now? No? Very well, I will give my opinions now. Meghan Trainor's a talentless hack, attempting to make music that appeals to young girls but ends up making some of the worst messages to teach young girls, such as disguising skinny shaming as fat acceptance, or even worse, disguising entitlement as chivalry. And oh man, is this song just... no. The main problem with this song is, no, not the sellout production that's supposed to move her away from the music that made her famous, but it once again lies within the framing of the lyrics. Look, here's the deal when you're saying no to a guy. Yes, it's extremely important to be able to refuse a guy's advances to have sex if you are uncomfortable with it. However, no should never be emphasized too much if you're merely teasing the guy. With Megan telling her audience to lick their lips and swing their hips, that's clearly not somebody trying to protect themselves from some douchebag. In fact, it's the ultimate antithesis because that's directly teasing him. If you keep this kind of behavior up, all you'll be left with is the guy who won't actually listen to know when you truly mean it. For crying out loud, she clearly addresses her audience to listen up during the pre-chorus. The absolute worst part is that people will think she's the best role model for the growing females of this generation. I never desire to hear this song ever again unless I absolutely have to.
Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old.
Now this is more like it. The piano does a great job in anchoring the melody throughout the song, and while the lyrical construction may be a bit awkward at times, the context more than makes up for its clumsiness. The lead singer may sometimes have a clumsy flow, but he certainly has a lot of power behind his voice. I definitely recommend this masterpiece.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana, honey killers on the helmets.
Huh? What? Oh, whoops, I apologize for falling asleep on the job. I blame this song, which is just tasteless all around. The yelling in the background does not impress me in the slightest, the production may as well be in the gravestone, and the lyrics boil down to mere luxury rap and nothing more. What does make this pretty bad is that this future ripoff sounds just as sleepy as I am when I listen to this sedative of a song. Good living grief alive, let's please get something more interesting than this embodiment of blandness.
Work, 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 work. You see me happy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt, 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 dirt. There's something about that work, 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 work. When you walk a line, 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 line. I'm in the cafe, my ta, 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 ta.
Work, 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 work. Insert nonsense here. Work, 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 work. That's basically what this chorus is comprised of in this song. I generally don't like it when artists slur their lyrics because incomprehensibility is something I don't like since I can't make out what he or she is saying. In this case, it's nothing more than Rihanna wanting sex from a guy, and Drake is entirely forgettable as a guest rapper. The beat itself is utterly limp as well, and I'm really not a fan of this song at the end of the day. Still marginally better than the shameless ripoff that is Work From Home. The spring of 2016 draws to a close, and wow, there's a really wide gap between the good and the bad this time. There were a lot of good songs this time, so it's a bit tougher to narrow my choices down this season. I'm giving the Rainbow Badge to Me, Myself, and I for continuing to be awesome all around. The Platinum Trophy will be awarded to I Took a Pill in Ibiza for some real personal lyrics and some production on the remix that improves on Lean On and Sorry. The gold goes to 7 Years for some great lyrical construction and a likable delivery. The silver will go to Dangerous Woman for being able to really sell off the Dangerous Woman image with the production. Finally, Never Forget You gets the bronze for stellar chemistry between Zara, Larsson, and MNEK. Looking on the worst, there's some real atrocities abound. The worst is going to Work From Home for being utterly shameless ripoff that is just incompetent and a toxic message to the core demographic of this song. The second worst is No for continuing to prove that Meghan Trainor should never have been a role model for young girls in the first place. I'm handing the third worst spot over to Panda. Designer, next time you want to brag about something, please remember to get enough sleep before recording your verses. I'm giving fourth worst to Work for being annoyingly repetitive, lifeless, and nonsensical. Last but not least, the fifth worst is going to Hands to Myself for being gutless and creepy simultaneously. And with that, this is the L-iteral One, and I'm moving on to the mid-year top 5 worst and best hit songs of 2016.